first guest tonight is a former state representative for the state of Massachusetts, now turned author for the novel A Day Job, After Hours at T.C. Restani. Is proud to welcome to the program the one and the only Tim
That's a great green room you've got back there.
Really? It was blue the last time I looked, but that's a different story for a different time. Now, let's make things perfectly clear. You're not that whack job that killed himself on drugs on the internet, Tim Leary, are you?
No, I'm not. I have an O before me.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. There's the O in front of it. So he's not that dude. We're not, channeling, dead LSD users from the 60s.
No, it's not to say I've never used LSD, but I'm not Tim P. Leary.
All right. Well, what page is that on in the book here? But this is an unbelievable read here. This is a fiction story. Let's get the 4-on-1 on A Day Job.
Okay, the day job proceeds on the assumption every serial killer has a day job. And this book is about a serial killer whose day job is being governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And the protagonist is a former state representative who was hired by the opposition campaign to try to dig up dirt on the governor who's up for re-election. And the reader follows how the two come together and how they discover this charismatic, very popular governor's dark secret.
All right, now, how did you, now you said you didn't do LSD, but how did you come up with this story?
Well, strange enough, I was watching a TV show, not unlike this one, where it was about a serial killer, and one of the detectives said, well, when they were doing the profile, they said, this serial killer will have a day job, he'll be very well organized, he'll blend into society. And I said, well, what would happen if the day job was being governor? It proceeded from there. And it took about a year and a half to write, and different characters, and that some of whom you may recognize are in the book, and I've just kind of disguised them a little bit, but it was a lot of fun. It's a little bit more difficult trying to sell it, but it's a lot of fun.
Let's get down to brass tacks here, Tim. Which former governor pissed you off that you wrote this book?
The governor, it's three people from Governor Thomas Hands, which is the name. The three inspirations were I used Governor Wells' kind of quirky sense of humor, self-effacing humor. I used Mitt Romney's description other than the height, the dark eyes, the deep-set eyes. And the other inspiration was Curt Schilling. And Curt Schilling is obviously a Red Sox player who, when he left, hung around Boston, stopped playing baseball, hung around Boston, did a bunch of charitable causes, and then his name surfaced being a potential candidate. So that's what gave me the idea of saying the former job of this individual before he became governor. He was a professional athlete, and he killed for certain reasons. I don't want to give away everything.
So these two governor references, you're obviously a Democrat then, huh?
I am a Democrat.
See, I knew it going in there, obviously.
What are the chances of that?
But,
in Massachusetts.
I understand that you are penning the movie for this.
Well, we just started collaborating with Nick Paleologos, the former state representative.
Okay, yeah.
Who does produce films, and he's asked, he's agreed to collaborate with me in writing the screenplay. And I'll beat you to it. I think there's a part in this book for T.C. Restani. And before my manager...
Not a victim, right?
No. But before my manager and publicist killed me, the book's available on Amazon.com. You just search under The Day Job.
Right here.
And what I'm suggesting is those vast millions of viewers of this show go out and buy the book, read it, and then send us an email telling us what role should TC play in the book.
Excellent.
Well, that's a good idea. I was thumbing through this, and I think I would make a great Joe McDonald in this.
Not a big enough part, I think. But you would make a great Joe
McDonald. I do a great Joe McDonald impersonation. This is an inside joke, but for the people, let's get the camera on me. See if this rings a bell. You got it? I knew you'd get it. Fantastic. Sorry, Joe, you're out there. But, all right, who do you have in mind for the lead roles? This was like De Niro, Pesci, who do you got in mind?
Well, the characters in the book, Freddie, who's a bookie, my Hollywood vision of him is Steve Buscemi, the gentleman who's in Fargo.
Former fireman.
I didn't know that.
New York City fireman.
Okay. The governor could be, anyone tall, dark, and handsome. That could be. The dissension on the couch.
It doesn't matter over there. They have to sit next to the colonel. That's why they're all grumpy over there.
Not really dark either.
The police, there are a number of police officers. The police officer that my wife has a crush on, Detective Novello, is really a De Niro
Oh, yeah?
type. But again,
I can, want to see my cop impersonation?
Go
Book
ahead.
him, Dano. Check it out. Isn't
there
that
you
good?
go.
Give me a prize here for crying out loud.
I think for sure you could be Novello. There's a number of characters. I think
What
you could
about
play
Sabrina
anyone.
Champagne Kane? You think she could find a role for her in this movie?
She could play Connor's wife,
Oh, yeah. What's her name?
Abby in the book, but we'll use whatever name Sabrina
What do you
wants.
think? You
to
like
be.
that? You want to be in a movie?
I would love to.
You already got that experience from Who's T's and TC. What do you think about that?
I hope it translates over, but yeah.
Perfect. I love it. Now is this gonna be a major motion picture, one of those like Hallmark specials that you see on TV, like those what's that bootleg channel all the chick flicks are on?
Lifetime.
Lifetime. How would you know that? But yeah, Lifetime.
Well, it depends. I mean, if you're in it, it's going to be a major motion
It's
picture.
gonna be major.
On the other hand, if we can't
It
get
is
a
gonna be
part for
quite-
you, we're going to be stuck on
be
Lifeline.
large.
You be stuck on. Well, we're not going to talk about that. Now, I read this book, and I'm not going to give away the big ending. I'm not going to give that away. You can't give it away because unbelievable. Tim O'Leary, The Day Job. Is there a sequel?
Well, there will be, if I can never get around to writing it, but first priority is the screenplay. First priority is Amazon.com. Type in The Day
Right there. You
Job.
see it right there? Amazon.com, The Day Job. Make this
Tell
guy
us
a
what role
millionaire.
he should have.
Well, and that's nothing. All right, if you go to our YouTube page or our fan page, whatever, whatnot, you want to see me in this movie. First, you got to go read the book, pick a character in here, and say which one you think I would be the best at. Tim, I want to thank you for being on the program. It's
Thank
been
you. It's
unbelievable.
delighted to
The
be here.
one and the only 16, Tim O'Leary, ladies and gentlemen.
Are we gonna do what they say can't be done? We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. I'm eastbound up, watch old band.